what can I say? That was one of the scariest things I've ever done. Welcome back to the channel. So glad you're here. Really appreciate your stopping by to watch a couple more videos, or at least one. Hopefully you'll stick around for all three, because we've got three this time. This is a 3-part series. And you know, it is now April. And I did this trip back in July of 2021. And just really haven't dealt with it. Finally figured, I gotta deal with this. It was a great trip, but there were some traumatic things that happened on it. And I've done other things. I had to recover, basically, is what I needed to do. Let me switch over to here. Okay, was that better? I don't know if that's any better. You're just gonna have to deal with sunlight behind me. But yeah, this is a trip. This was to look for one shelter for my sister's book called the Happy Hollow Shelter. Hence the name, Quest for Happy Hollow. And I separated in 3 parts. The first part is our trip in, which was amazing. And I mean, I had to cross a river that was, you know, nearly up to my waist. That was a big deal for me. And then second part is the day we actually go out to find Happy Hollow. And it wasn't that easy to find. And the third day is, or the third video is on my way out, where I fell off a cliff. Oh my God. Honestly, I did. And that's what I've had trouble dealing with, is some of the trauma there. And but we'll discuss that in the third one. So in this first one, let's start hiking in to Olympic National Park. So day one is coming to a close. We made it to camp about 5:30, I think. We left about 10:30. Made a nice slow day of it. And we had a couple of creeks to cross, but we got through them okay. The last creek we had to cross today was right here at camp. So sadly, the toilet is on the other side of the creek, and I'm thinking I am not going across there to go to the bathroom. So I'm kind of looking around and see whether it might be a good place to do my business over here on this side. Anyways, great day. We started off chatting with the ranger, facilities ranger, who was doing some maintenance out of the trailhead. And we chatted with her for a little bit and head off into the wilderness. We went through groves of maple that were just gorgeous, and then got into more of the Douglas fir hemlock forest. Had some Sitka spruce that we saw. Not much wildlife, a lot of mosquitoes and a lot of slugs. I just saw a red-headed sapsucker that went flying that way, but we've been hearing the birds, and just a lot of birds everywhere. It's just been a really good day, and today was our longest day, mainly because we just want to take it easy. We've got 10 days out here. We've got about 45 miles to go. So after today, which was about 7.5 miles, we've got, I think tomorrow is 6.5. And after that, most of our days are less than 5. So just really easy, leisurely. We're joined on this trip by our friend Hugh, and he's been really helpful getting us across some of the dicier stream crossings, and we have a really dicey one tomorrow. So we'll see how that looks. But other than that, just kind of relaxing in camp right now. Trying to avoid the mosquitoes, but yeah, you can avoid those really. And probably turn in early because I'm tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And start off tomorrow and see what the trail brings us. Good morning. After a wonderful, restful sleep in my tent, and it was a good night's sleep. We're up, starting to break down camp. We're gonna have breakfast and then head on out. We go up the hill that's behind me and head out for about 5.5, 6.5 miles. I don't remember how many. And I think it's about 1,200 feet of elevation gain. But it's going to be a nice, quiet, easy day. We do have one major stream crossing that we may have to do a rope belay across. Our friend Hugh had brought some rope so he could belay us across. It was several days ago after our record high heats that somebody came off and said the creek was up to his waist. And, my sister's short. She's shorter than I am. But, blueberries, yummy. But we should be able to make it just fine. We've got all day to get there. If we have to take our time to get across that creek, then we need to take our time. Luckily, camp is right on the other side, so if we get wet, everything comes off, everything gets dried, and then the next day we start all over again. But with that, heading back in to finish breaking down camp. And I will see you on the trail. Hilltoppers shelter along the way. It's one of the shelters that's in my sister's book. And we've just kind of stopped here for a nice, long, leisurely break so we can get some snacks, get some water in us, check out the campsite because we're going to be staying here on our way back out. And it's really nice, cool cabin, or shelter, I should say. And yeah, we're just enjoying ourselves here, and we'll be on the trail soon. The river behind me, we have to cross this. Camp is right on the other side, but it's been a day of crossing a lot of water. So this is our last one for today, and then we get to set up camp and rest. And we're going to be putting everything in my pack, so I will not be getting anything as I'm crossing. So I will see you when I get to camp. Bothersome.
I really had to struggle getting a cane upstream.
Me too. Okay, can I say that was one of the scariest things I've ever done. It came up to my waist and it was really pulling, and but we made it.
And then there was like 2 big boulders there that I couldn't get over. Oh, I'm sorry.
But you had it from my sister, from Christy too. Yeah, there were big boulders we were having trouble getting over. The current was pulling out our knees, and yeah, and we definitely worked did everything we read about to try and get across. Luckily, Hugh had brought a rope, so Christy was able to use that. I decided to give it a try on my own because it didn't look that bad until I got out into the deep part, and that kind of freaked me out. But yeah, we made it across. Hugh's coming back over with his rope, and we don't have to do this again for another week, and then we get to hit it first thing in the morning when hopefully it won't be flowing so badly. So we're going to set up tents and get dinner, and probably jump into our tents and warm up because that was cold water. I'll see you in the morning. Sleep, and I am now standing next to the river, and in fact I'm standing well next to the river that we crossed in an area that was wet just yesterday evening. It goes to show what difference just a few hours in the night. During the day there's a lot of snow melt, and at night the snow melt there isn't as much, and the river is lower. We probably could have figured out a way to camp on the other side last night and then cross this morning. But we are over on this side. We made it last night. We're rather proud of ourselves. Oh, just wanted to show you what this looks like. It's just not as horrific. And honestly, right where I'm standing right now, there is ankle deep water. And it's dry. We've started to break down camp. We'll have a bit of breakfast and finish that up. And then it's a short day today, but it's going to be a hard day. Yesterday was difficult. Today is going to be a consistent up. It's about 3.5 miles of up, and more up. We'll be getting into some snow. And we've got a rock fall that we have to cross. But we'll be up in, beautiful views and hopefully starry skies tonight. And I will see you on the trail. Little black dot that's moving right up there. That's a bear. welcome to day 4 of our quest to Happy Hollow. Now, we got to camp yesterday afternoon, and it was a short mileage day, but it was a big climb. And we got here early in the afternoon, early enough to be able to put our boots out in the sun because, oh yeah, we had part of our trail was a creek. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous meadows. Not as flower-filled as Hayden Pass was last year, but still, it was just beautiful to get here, and mountains all around. And we set up camp. Just as we came around camp, there was a bear in camp. So that was really kind of cool. And then after we got the camp set up, Christy and I went for a little meander through the meadows to, well, one, find water, and two, I mean, you can hear water all around us, but there's no really easy access. So we had to go a little ways to get easy access to water. But once we got the water, we just kind of played around and came back and saw 2 more bear. One right in the middle of the trail. We had to go around him. And yeah, great night last night. It was a little cold because, oh yeah, we're up about 3,800 feet, I think, and there's still snow in spots. But woke up this morning, beautiful streaming sunlight. I did get up last night and get some photos of our tents lit up with the stars above. So I'm really excited to see those photos soon. But today we're going down the hill on the other side to Chicago Camp, where we'll spend 2 nights, and that's where we're really getting into the fun of our quest to Happy Hollow. So I'll see you on the trail. Day 4 of our quest, and we have made it to our base camp at Chicago Camp. It's right along the Elwha River. We had to cross the Elwha River on a nice big fat log, so it was nice, and I didn't have to ford it, which is one of my fears. But yeah, we made it across there, and we got camp set up right across the river, and the trail to Happy Hollow Shelter is just that way. So we're really excited about hitting the trail tomorrow. We went and explored a little bit tonight, but we're saving the big adventure for tomorrow. It's only, the trail it's on is only 3 miles long, so we're not even too sure, you know, how far up the trail the shelter is. But it's going to be really fun to, you know, see the shelter, a shelter that my sister's been trying to get to for 3 years. This is her 3rd year, and we're finally getting to it. And we'll see you in the morning. Isn't this trip beautiful so far? The trees, the rivers, the views, that beautiful night sky up at Low Divide, just absolutely amazing. And that river crossing, wow, I never thought I could do something like that, and yet I did it all by myself. No ropes, no assistance. Yeah, Can we talk stupid? I mean, really. But I hope you stick around for parts 2 and parts 3. Part 2 is when we actually go out to find Happy Hollow. And part 3 is our epic trip out of the park. So please stick around for those parts. And to do that, make sure you like this video, and then make sure you subscribe. And if you ring that bell, you'll know when there's other videos coming up, like parts 2 and parts 3 of this one. And until next time, bye.